By nature, I'm a silent person. 2 of my boys went to fetch water and did not return. Hey, get up, come here. And a shot over my head. Just give me something to eat, because I haven't eaten anything for a week. I tried it with this finger. I can reach the trigger. Captivity, to be honest, did not suit me. When it didn't rain, I had to drink my own urine. We saw a trident on your hat through the scope. That's why we didn't shoot at you. I tore out their pages and started keeping a diary. If there is no recording the next day, it meant I was finished. This is Ukrainian soldier Volodymyr Hudim, call sign Tykhon, from the 22nd Separate Mechanized Brigade. During the fighting in the Bakhmut sector, he was left alone in a position and held it for 46 days, a month and a half surrounded in the enemy's rear, without radio communication, under fire and attack, with almost no food and water. 46 long days alone in a trench. In this episode, you will hear his amazing story. On the 30th, 10 soldiers went in 3 groups. Halfway through, the 3rd group was attacked by an enemy drone. The guys, thank God, are all alive, but they became the 300th. The first day went more or less quietly. On the second night, there was an attempted incursion by an enemy DRG. They threw a grenade at our neighboring position. I don't remember. One was definitely a 200 from our guys, and one was wounded. On the 3rd day, a DRG came to our position. We destroyed it. But one of our guys from the 80th Brigade was also eliminated. On the 4th, we were supposed to be changed, but the shift couldn't make it to us. And on the 4th, 2 of my boys went to fetch water and did not return. The battery on the radio went down. There was no more communication. An entry from the diary. We arrived on 29/10/23. And on the 4th, BDV and Beard went to fetch water. They did not return. I am fine. Our forces seemed to recognize that I went missing on the 5th, when they lost contact with me. They said, "We're looking with a drone." I said, "Well, I don't know whose drone it is. I saw the drone, I hid. Because I don't know whether it's ours or the enemy's drone." On the 8th, the Russians went on the offensive. An entry from the diary, 8/11/23. We are surrounded. Since November 8, the hero of our story has remained in his combat position alone. On the 7th, I saw our guys at a neighboring position. And on the 8th, I didn't see them anymore. Maybe they were hit by artillery at night, because there was shelling both day and night. 9/11/23. The day is over. I thought our guys would launch a counteroffensive, but so far it's quiet. Only artillery is working. There are hits nearby. Both our guys and Russians are shooting. I decided to keep a diary after November 8, when the Russians were already attacking. And that's when 2 Russians came into my trench. They jumped in, didn't recognize my uniform in the dark, and went straight to the duffel bags as usual to loot. I got out through the second entrance, threw a grenade at them, ran around the trench and opened fire with a rifle. It was an enemy notebook. I just took it, tore out their pages, and started writing my diary. But if there was no entry the next day, it meant I was finished. 10:11:23. The day passed. The artillery is still shooting. I found a jar of porridge. I'll try to make it last longer. I'm waiting for our guys to attack, but so far it's quiet. I'm alive and well. I tried not to describe combat situations there, because the diary could have gotten to them along with me. 11:11:23. The day passed without any changes. As always, artillery and mortars are firing. I really want to home. Mommy is worried they're without any news. I love you all. 12:11:23. A planted duck appeared not far from the trench, talking loudly, trying to reveal our location. They rarely went near me, but they did. They come under fire, jump into the trench, this little one, and it's not far from me. I immediately put a grenade in there and used my automatic rifle to finish them off. There was a trench full of them, a dozen of them lying there. But they still went and jumped into it. Although you can see that there are so many motionless bodies lying in one place, but they are drawn there like a magnet. 13:11:23. The night has passed. Powerful shellings. I don't know who, Russians or ours. In the evening, ours made hell for them. I'm alive and well. 4:11:23 through 17:11:23. Alive, well, and holding on. Amen. So after a week, the food was already gone. There was virtually no water at all. I collected rainwater when it rained. When it didn't rain, I had to drink my own urine. I had a snack of canned food, but the mice hadn't had time to finish, and I had no water. It is clear that it is nerves, worries, and therefore constantly hungry and even more thirsty. I thought that ours would counterattack and retake the positions. And here I am in the front line. I can help them in some way. 19:11:23. Morning has come. I decided to leave the encirclement. I did not wait for hours. I will leave at night, and then, as God will give. Amen. Well, after the 15th, I decided to go out slowly. It had been raining all day, and drones don't fly when it's raining. I didn't know the area. I got lost while I was going around. I had a field ahead of me and a forest belt, and I'm between these bastards. I apologize. I either have to move into the field where the minefield is, I got into the woods area. It was just before dawn. I found a position and I stayed there. 20:11:23. I had a bad day. Got lost. Couldn't find my way. 21:11:23. I'm sitting in a dugout. Drones are flying. I don't know whose. By the sound of it, our troops are not far away. A kilometer or kilometer and a half. November 22nd, 2023. During the battle, Tykhon is wounded. I shot one of them at once, and the other managed to hide in the dugout. And during this combat encounter, I don't know whether it was a grenade, a drop from a drone, or mine. I just felt a blow to my hand, and when I looked, I saw that my finger was just dangling. I still had time to throw one grenade in there, and I left. I looked at my legs right away. There didn't seem to be any serious wounds. Must have been a burrow trauma because there's a blister on my leg. After being wounded, Tykhon remained at the position for about a month. He writes his diary with his left hand. 23:11:23. Wounded. A finger on arm was torn off. Shrapnel pierced my legs. 25:11:23. Writing with my left hand is uncomfortable. I don't know what will happen next. 26:11:23. I'm alive. is frozen. I cannot unwind the bandage. 27/11/23 through 1/12/23. Alive, recovering. Another day is over. Amen. After 2 weeks, I was able to get on my feet and move around a little. But I still tried not to leave the trench. Though I could hear someone talking near me. For the 4th week, I was without food at all. When I had no more strength to endure, I decided to climb just across the field, to take a risk. Whether I would get out or not was in God's hands. 4/12/23. In the morning there was unexplained shooting. Looks like an enemy clearing operation. 6/12/23 through 15/12/23. Alive. My arm is fine. It is not rotting. 19/12/23. I thought about going for a breakthrough at night, but I remembered that today is St. Nicholas Day. When it gets dark, I'll go. I can't go through the forest belt. There are bastards there, so I'll go through the field. It might be mined, but there is no other way. So I will hope for the best. And I heard someone yelling, "Get up, come here." I thought to myself, probably not me. I ducked down. Again, "Get up, come here." And a shot over my head. I put my hands in front. I get out, and our guys are sitting there. I said, "How did you know I was yours?" They said, "We saw the trident on your hat in the scope." He says, "That's why we didn't shoot at you." I said, "Thank God." I was so relieved, believe me. So the Russians retreated and ours went in. And I don't know that. I hear shifts at night. But it sounds like they're speaking Russian. That's what scared me. And I thought it was the enemy walking around at night. I could have gotten out a week earlier, but I didn't know if it was ours or Russians. The first call I made to my mother was that I was alive and well. Mother is the most sacred thing to us. Maybe that's why we love freedom so much, because we inhale freedom with mother's milk. I have a fighting spirit. It has not disappeared anywhere. Mom says, "What war? You're already an invalid." I say, "No, I'm not an invalid. I'll still be able to run and dance." Yes, it's still difficult for me now, while I'm undergoing treatment and rehabilitation. Maybe in a couple of months I'll be able to run. If I can, and if my country needs me, I'll always be ready to take up arms and continue this war, you know. For our freedom. The spirit of freedom is alive and will live on. And Ukraine is beyond them, I'll tell you. Because we are Cossacks. We have the Cossack spirit. Everything will be all right. Glory to Ukraine. If you were interested in today's episode and would like me to continue doing episodes like this next, then let me know by hitting the like button and leaving a comment. Thank you.